whether it's your privilege, whatever it is, but you're weaponizing how people view you and are talking about you when you say something like that.
And this is a WNBA reporter, people, but it's like you can't say something like this and not get called out. And she is definitely getting called out. And Natalie Esquire is not new to putting down the efforts of Caitlin Clark and what she has accomplished in the previous season. Natalie Esquire also claimed that Caitlin Clark was stat padding. She's also a big Aces fan.
Caitlin Clark has reached her breaking point. After enduring months of constant criticism, slanted coverage, and blatant misinformation, she is now pursuing legal action against one of the WNBA's most polarizing figures, Natalie Esquire.
Caitlin tried to flop. She tried to flop on what happened. Like, that little shoulder bump, it was not that serious. Okay, Caitlin, I need you to be all the way serious and for real, okay? You fell down, the first thing you did is, and you look to the damn ref to give you what? That's what happened. That's what she always does, right? She's always falling to the floor, and then people acting like it's mad hard. Pay attention to what she did in college. That is what she did. She's from the LeBron school, the Luka school, the Harden school. They try to sell fouls, right? I would say that her coach did not do a good job preparing her for the physicality of what was to come and what to expect in the WNBA. So yeah, I'm kind of saying, like, this is not that deep. It's a little hip chat.
This so-called journalist has repeatedly been exposed for pushing misinformation, distorting stories, and consistently minimizing Caitlin Clark's impact and dominance in the league.
She was remarkable on top of the fact that she had to deal with so much hate when she got to the WNBA.
But now, the situation has flipped. From wrongly claiming Chelsea Gray is the league's top point guard to accusing Caitlin Clark of inflating her stats, while overlooking Angel Reese's obvious efforts to boost her own numbers. Natalie Esquire's bias has become increasingly clear. And it doesn't stop there. She has consistently promoted AJ Wilson as the top player, even when the statistics suggest otherwise.
Natalie Esquire says Chelsea Gray is the best point guard in the WNBA. That hasn't changed because she has a down year returning from injury. The disrespect on her name was ridiculous.
There's been a lot of chatter out there that I ain't got it, and I'm here, man.
But is she better than Caitlin Clark? Statistically, nope.
Natalie, I believe it said last year that a compromised Chelsea Gray was 10 times better than Caitlin Clark.
But here's the bigger problem. This goes beyond poor journalism. It points to a deeper bias within the WNBA media, where Caitlin Clark has seemingly been singled out from the very beginning. There have been ongoing efforts to quiet her influence, undermine her credibility, and even sway fans against her, all while certain other players are shielded and promoted.
Natalie Esquire also claimed that Caitlin Clark was stat padding. She's also a big Aces fan. When the Aces were losing and they got Chelsea Gray back and they went on a really hot streak, after one game of winning, Natalie Esquire put them from number 6 to number 1 in beating the Liberty, which obviously was not really a good take.
Caitlin Clark is no longer staying silent. This legal move isn't just about defending her reputation. It's aimed at bringing the truth to light and holding biased media figures accountable. Stay tuned, because what's coming next could completely reshape how people view the WNBA and the journalists covering it.
You know, I don't know what it is about Angel Reese, but there's been sort of this narrative that started about, like, the way she dresses. Like, she's always showing too much of her body. It's her body, and it's an amazing body. And if she wants to show it off, she's allowed to do that. The crown she wears is heavy. The way, to me, I think, considering all that comes at her, I think she's handled herself gracefully.
Natalie Esquire has tried to position herself as a credible journalist, but her history reflects a consistent bias against Caitlin Clark while promoting select players through questionable narratives. A recent example of this came when she confidently declared Chelsea Gray as the top point guard in the WNBA.
Frankly, Caitlin Clark is the best point guard in the history of the WNBA already. Caitlin Clark had tied the WNBA record for most career games with 25 points and 10 assists. No one is scoring and dishing at the rate Caitlin Clark is in the history of the WNBA.
At first glance, it may come across as just another opinion, but a closer look at the numbers quickly undermines that claim. While Chelsea Gray is undoubtedly a skilled veteran, she hasn't produced the kind of statistical impact that Caitlin Clark has already delivered in her rookie season. In fact, Gray's recent performances don't even rank her among the league's top point guards. Despite that, Natalie Esquire chose to overlook the data and promote a misleading narrative.
Let's get into the stats. Best point guard in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. In her one professional season in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark came away with an average of 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds for the season. Let's check out Chelsea Gray's stats. Chelsea Gray averaged 8.6 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 4.9 assists. But let's check out the year before. She did average 15.3 points a game, not bad, right? She averaged 4 rebounds and 7.3 assists. Still is not better than Caitlin Clark's averages. 2021, 11.1 points. 2020, 14 points. 2019, 14.5. There is not one year where she averaged more points than Caitlin Clark. There is not one year where she averaged more assists than Caitlin Clark.
This is the same Chelsea Gray who, in her most recent season, put up just 8.6 points for 0.9 assists and 2.9 rebounds per game. Figures that fall well short of Caitlin Clark's 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds. Even at her peak, Gray's best performances don't come close to matching Clark's standout rookie campaign.
There's been a lot of chatter out there that I ain't got it, and I'm here, man. So, quiet the noise and keep playing my game. Having fun and doing it. I enjoy this game and I love it so much. So, playing with them all the time and they got my back, so having fun.
But rather than recognizing the facts, Natalie Esquire used her platform to push a misleading narrative, attempting to divert attention away from Caitlin Clark despite the clear statistical evidence. What makes it even more striking is that she didn't just ignore Clark's stronger numbers, she appeared to deliberately downplay them.
Number one factor in her popularity is her ability and how entertaining she is to watch. That's why she's become internationally popular. That's why the record books have her name at the top of them.
WNBA fans expect fair and objective analysis from media voices, but when figures like Natalie Esquire spread misleading information, it distorts reality. She didn't just argue that Chelsea Gray was the top point guard. She presented it in a way that suggested Caitlin Clark wasn't worthy of that recognition. This isn't a one-time occurrence, but part of a broader pattern where Esquire shapes narratives that downplay Clark's achievements. The impact is significant. Misleading statements from media personalities can sway public opinion, spark unnecessary controversy, and add to the ongoing criticism Clark faces across the league.
And Natalie Esquire is not new to putting down the efforts of Caitlin Clark and what she has accomplished in the previous season. 7 months ago, when the season was in, Natalie Esquire also claimed that Caitlin Clark was stat padding and posted this on her social media account. Are we going to be upset tonight that Caitlin tried to chase the franchise assist record when the game was already won? I have no issue with her doing it because that's normal behavior and actually what many competitors do. This was obviously in her response to a lot of people going off about Angel Reese's double-double stat padding.
The issue isn't just Natalie Esquire's opinion, it's her unwillingness to recognize the statistical evidence. If she were simply supporting Chelsea Gray as a fan, that would be understandable. But as someone presenting herself as a credible media voice, there's an expectation to rely on facts. Instead, she appears to promote a narrative that intentionally leaves Caitlin Clark out of discussions where she clearly deserves to be included.
He was asked about Caitlin Clark.
Coach Krzyzewski, listen to what he said.
Yeah, well, she's terrific, and it'd be easy to build something on her because she's the best thing she does is pass. She's a magical passer, and she has a great feel for the game. So, I mean, what her coach did, I would have done exactly what she did. Make sure she handles the ball a lot, and she'll make everybody better. And what I was amazed with at how she's handled all the defenses, and then when she got into the WNBA, some of the negativity that was out there or jealousies. And I think she's just been remarkable. She's a really good basketball player. Yeah.
The passage argues that Caitlin Clark has faced ongoing criticism, biased narratives, and misinformation since entering the league, particularly from figures like Natalie Esquire. It highlights claims of double standards in media coverage, where Clark's achievements are downplayed while others are promoted. The text emphasizes Clark's major impact on the WNBA through record-breaking performances, increased viewership, and economic influence, while portraying her lawsuit as a stand against biased reporting and an effort to hold media figures accountable.